BBC WM. Now, a West Midlands MEP is backing a campaign to help a Birmingham man who is stranded in a Greek hospital. Jamie West, who's 37 from Sheldon, fell from a balcony in Kos. This was 5 months ago. He suffered a smashed pelvis, broken ribs, punctured lungs. Greek doctors say the only way to get him home alive is to use an air ambulance. That's going to cost at least £25,000, money his family just don't have. His parents, Dot and Rob West, haven't even been able to go and visit him because they can't fly for medical reasons. They told Phillipton at breakfast this morning that it has been a living hell.
Dreadful, absolutely awful. All you want to do is be by his side and you can't.
The doctors say, the Greek doctors say he needs to come home with his family. He needs to go to a trauma unit, which would be the QE, and they could look after him and get him back because they can't do no more.
Well, let's get reaction to the situation. With me, West Midlands MEP, Nikki Sinclaire. Nikki, thanks for dropping in, appreciate it.
Pleasure.
It's a heartbreaking story for the family and for Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, it's, it really wrenched the heart. And, when I saw the Birmingham Mail article on Saturday and I read it and I just really felt for them. And I've obviously spoken to the family and it makes you want to do something. I'm trying to do everything I can.
You've spoken to the Foreign Office, so where are we at the moment with that?
It's typical government department. It's very difficult to move anything forward. They're just saying, well, what they can do, and it's very difficult to cross-reference different government departments. But I'm keeping the pressure up. There's many avenues here. I'm going to keep the political pressure, because the main thing I find ridiculous about this is actually British taxpayers that is keeping him in Greece at the moment. The Greek authorities invoice our Department of Health under this reciprocal scheme.
Yes, so if anybody falls ill around Europe, there is a sort of a Europe-wide scheme. So his health care, his basic care, because that's all he's getting, is being paid for by us. Actually,
the term the Foreign Office gave me was direct medical help.
Right.
So it's just the basic care. And he's currently in an ICU ward, which gives other dangers, infections and so forth. So he's actually at danger, so I don't think there's a great duty of care there at the moment. It would seem to me more cost effective in the long term is for the government to actually bring him back and actually give him the care here in Birmingham at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, where the expert care he will get, and then he will get recovery care. And my concern is he's not getting recovery care at the moment.
Yes.
And there's obviously language difficulties, and I don't know if anyone's ever been in hospital abroad as I have. There's medical English, which is very different, even if someone has good English, and that's difficult.
And also not having the family around you is a major issue.
So as you said, his family can't travel for medical reasons. And, as anyone's been here, also, they would know having your friends and family around you is a big aid to recovery.
Taxpayers at the moment are paying for his basic care under this reciprocal arrangement.
Yes.
And is it actually costing us more money to have him where he is at the moment rather than bringing him home? If we paid the 25 or 30,000, if the Foreign Office paid that to bring him home, wouldn't that be more cost effective?
I would think so, although I've been trying to get these figures, but the government department's not very forthcoming with these figures. But you've got the duty of care that we owe, or the government owes to its citizen, is to maintain their health care. And one of the things with the EU, we're supposed to be told it's supposed to be freedom of movement and, that you can go there and you're treated as if you're still in your own country. Well, here's an example which shows that isn't always quite true. So I think that the government does have a duty of care, and with the health service, needs to obviously give him care that will make him better and give him a better quality of life. So that's what I'm asking for, and I do think it would probably be more cost effective for the government to bring him home. I'm worried that this may take too long. I mean, we've got a date on the table of the 3rd of December when the funding's going to run out. So far I can't see why that funding should run out on the 3rd of December, but a date has been put on the table. But I think, look, the other thing that I'm looking at doing is finding out ways of getting it down. I mean, with commercial, as you said, I think you mentioned 25,000, which is what many commercial companies are charging for this. I'm trying to do my best to try to bring that cost down and try to find a company that will do it at cost. Some of your generous listeners from your breakfast programme has called in and offered small amounts of money. We obviously, any generous benefactors out there would be gratefully received.
There is an appeal going on, which is being run by an organisation called Missing Abroad, even though we know where Jamie West is. But missingabroad.org are the organisation that are collating it all. You are obviously supporting that.
Yes, I mean, I was asked to set up an appeal fund this morning, but when I heard that Missing Abroad were quite happy to do it, I mean, they've got the expertise, so I'm quite happy to support them. Can I also give you a phone number that people can
please
phone?
do, yeah.
It's 0207 047 5060, and their website is www.missingabroad.org, and any checks should be payable to Missing Abroad and the name Jamie West on the reverse of the cheque.
Yeah, 0207 047 5060 is the telephone number, and missingabroad.org are the organisation now that are collating the appeal for Jamie West. And, listening to his parents, who were heartbroken, with Phillipton this morning on the breakfast show, and you just wonder how Jamie... I know he talks to his parents on a sort of mobile phone on a daily basis, but you can only imagine how he's feeling or what he's going through, stuck in that hospital.
The thing is, you can't imagine. It's the most awful thing. And, I'm not a parent, but if any one of my family members are in this situation, you'd want to do everything you can. And I'm just I'm someone who's got a little bit of influence that can use that influence to try to make a difference here, and hopefully we can make a difference and bring him home.
Let's hope we can get Jamie West back into the UK as soon as possible. Missingabroad.org, they are collating the appeal. 0207 047 5060 is the telephone number, and the appeal's being supported by West Midlands MEP Nikki Sinclaire, who's got involved in it. Nikki, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.